kind of like broadcasting out to YouTube while Facebook connects.
It's Captain Conversations,
Uh,
right?
Oh yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Captain Conversations, guys. This is season 2, episode 3. And guys, before I get topic for today, just want you guys to check out our YouTube channel, Captain Conversations. We have been running that the past couple episodes, and we're super excited for that. So, guys, go subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get notifications whenever we go live, whenever we post videos, whenever we post clips. Guys, my name is Carson Steffens. I am the Mystery Man.
Well, there's got to be something in depth about that. Tell us about the mystery man.
Yeah, guys. So really, I like to keep people on their toes first and foremost, and I did that with intentionality and with purpose because if I tell you who I am, what I do, then it's not a mystery. Then you kind of already know. You kind of already have it figured out. You already paint that picture of who I am to you. So I did it with the intent of you want to learn more about me, what I do. And so for that, and we have our socials linked on here. So if you have any questions, comments, thoughts about who I am, want to get more information about what I do, reach out to me on my social media. We'll put it here on the screen for you guys. So like I said, my name is Carson Steffens. I am the Mystery Man.
Awesome, man. My name is Bob G. I'm your web design specialist. And just a little tidbit there. I had somebody comment earlier about using what type of platform, like Wix or WordPress. And all I can recommend is that you just make sure that whatever it is you go for, it's going to be available for you for whatever it is you want to do. I was looking at one of them that you put up there. I think it was called Cap or something like that, but it's only like a one page web page. So I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but make sure you do your research. Hey, who's that guy over there? Who's that guy with the white hat?
well, I'm Lamar Brathwaite. I'm many things. Just to name a few. Today, I'm a specialist, but I'm a TikTok enthusiast as well. Um, we're not streaming on Facebook. You check that out. Um, but anyway, now that I'm here, the gang's all here. How y'all doing out there? Because today is the 15th, so we got about 4 more days before stuff starts to hit the fan. And when I say hit the fan, it's going to be a lot of people upset because, first of all, let's talk about this, shall we? It's a ban about to happen,
Potentially,
and
potentially, it's not official yet.
potentially, not officially, but if anything, you got to brace yourself because, like they say, things could go dark pretty quick. I don't know how that works in the realm of online things, but let's think about the widespread potential of what could possibly happen with the fallout of TikTok. A lot of things about to happen. It's going to be a lot of people upset. It's going to be a lot of people losing their staples to their jobs and their online businesses and stuff like that. I mean, there's other platforms to go to, but for those of you that mainly set up shop on TikTok and it's been running pretty smooth, what's your backup plan? That's what I want to know.
That's a good point there because I remember like when I was first starting out, my main thing was just Facebook, you know, and then one day to the next is like Facebook said, "No, not today. I don't feel like it," and I was like,
Yeah.
I lost everything. I was in the dark so
Everything.
bad. Oh my gosh! And I'm like, I gotta start all over. It was like a little glitch and stuff. But like in a couple of hours, they were
Yeah.
back up. But still, man, those are like agonizing 4 or 5 hours just sitting
Yeah.
there thinking like, oh my god, what am I gonna do? But it sucks. It really does suck.
Yeah, it's funny that we're mentioning, like talking about the TikTok ban, potential TikTok ban, and everything like that. It's ironic, like I said, because I resented TikTok for the longest time. Everyone knows about the Chinese influence and all that stuff that is surrounding it, and privacy hacks and all of that, security if it's actually legit or not. And so I was always against TikTok because it just rubbed me the wrong way, and I didn't know what the big idea was behind it. I felt it was just like more on my plate that I didn't want to add, because I already had Facebook,
Yeah.
already had Instagram and everything like that. And so I was like, why add another platform and be like, hey, follow me here, guys? Like, what would that do for me? It would just be like, so you're promoting more stuff, or what's what's the reason of going to TikTok? And so I got one just because it was the trend, it was the hot thing, and I feel like TikTok, you can do like one post of you just doing something completely random and it can go viral in like a night or a day. And so I think that's an advantage for a lot of people. And that's why I think a lot of people are nervous, because they got their success, like their thing on TikTok. And with this potentially going away, it could really ruin a lot of lives. And that's the unfortunate part of social media. Like you could be the king or queen of like the tower one day. Next thing you're a peasant. Not saying everyone is a peasant, but it's just like you could lose everything in one day. So guys, how can we talk about that's not me. No. But I mean, guys, so like what are what are like the real world implications of somebody who has basically dedicated their whole life to TikTok?
I don't know. I think that like with me being who I am, I've always been able to like lose everything and start from scratch. I'm one of those people. But I know of and I've heard of other people that if they lose their main source of income or whatever it is, they're jumping off like, a 50-foot building, or sorry, 50-story building. And it's like they just lose they lose their stuff. 100%. 100% on that.
Well, back in the day when, I wasn't sure about my processes, I would jump out a two-story window. I wouldn't, exactly, you know, just flat out say, I'm done with it. I would just be like, just, break a pinky toe or something like that and go to the doctor and get written off for about a month and a half until something recovers. But other than that, you're exactly right. There's some people that built their staple right there on TikTok. And because just like Carson said, you never know what can happen, man. You can be on there one day and then next thing you know, viral in a minute. And I'm still trying to go viral. So by the way, if you're over there on TikTok, hit me up, add me, and we'll see what we can do together. Now, but just in case, let's really get in depth with it, because is it or is it not a violation of your First Amendment right?
I don't know.
You know,
I don't know. Like I'm at the point where it's like I see it's a Chinese company, right? It's a Chinese-based company that's operating in the U.S. with their software, and the last thing I heard on the news was like they're trying to exercise constitutional rights for having their platform here in the U.S. And it's like, but hold on a second, like you were allowed to do so, like operate, within these four walls, and you're not even a citizen or anything, and you're trying to exercise constitutional rights to have this.
hmm
Is I don't get that part. Like, yes, it would be like free speech and stuff, and when I remember when Facebook was on that tip, they were like doing a
yeah,
bunch
yeah.
of fact checking and stuff and freedom of speech and whatever and stuff, and it's I don't know where all of that really went, but here's the freedom of speech for you, right? I remember last night you were going on TikTok, you were going ham on TikTok, and as soon as you mentioned the ban,
Quick,
you got shut
fast,
down. You got shut
quick,
down.
fast.
Yeah, like your reach went to like zero. Nobody
Yeah,
was
I
like
couldn't.
even
I
looking
couldn't
at
get
you.
no hearts, no diamonds, no rewards, no nothing. I just mentioned TikTok ban, and I was like, not only did I do it, me and a friend of mine, we was talking about it on TikTok while I was live, and
Hmm.
they blocked him too. I was like, wow, man, for real?
That's crazy.
I was
That
like,
is
I
Well, yeah,
mean,
and I mean, but the thing about it, has anyone ever thought about it like this? Social media. What if everyone just deleted their accounts? They couldn't like social, like they wouldn't be able to function. If
no,
everyone in the whole world was like, you know what, we're gonna shut down our TikTok, we're gonna shut down our Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is. Can you? I mean, and so like the whole First Amendment thing, freedom of speech, right? And
yeah,
so then why are there community guidelines and standards? If you're using their platform, why can't you say whatever you want to say? Why is there even an algorithm? You know what? This make sense to you guys? Why is there restrictions? Why are there guidelines? You know, from Pirates of the Caribbean, they're more like guidelines, anyways. You know, and so like, what's the point of having a First Amendment if it doesn't even allow us to say whatever we want to say? Like, if we can't say the F word, we can't say whatever. If we say a curse word, it doesn't get pushed out as much as we say, Jesus loves you, kind of thing. You know, like, it doesn't make sense. So, like, the whole point of social media is to be social with people. Whether you agree or disagree with what they have to say, what the posts are about, it's interaction, it's engagement, and all of that. I mean, whether you're going to respond with a nice comment or a dirty comment or whatever, dirty meaning like negative, not like dirty, like, you know what I mean? But it's 2025 and I'm still questioning, do we still have that freedom of speech? It just really, because I mean, some stuff will get pushed out, some stuff will be hidden because it doesn't go in line with what is supposed to be the norm or like the perfect post or perfect content. So like this ban is really just confusing to me, and I'm not even on TikTok enough, at least.
Well, the thing is, you know, if you go back a couple of elections ago, I want to say the first time Trump was elected, you know, they made a big spectacle about that. They tried to shut everything down. That's why Facebook was fact checking, and it was like, oh, the Chinese government is trying to steal the election. You know what? They might be right to it in a sense, but to allow them to collect all this data and then all of a sudden you had enough, I think they got enough data, all the data that they would ever want. You know, it's not like I'm not speaking out for the Chinese because I don't know. But if I want to put that out there, this little disclaimer for, you know, they send some people in some suits to my house. I am not affiliated with the Chinese government, but you know, if they wanted to do anything with that data, I think they got enough. They got years and years and years. What they doing with it, I don't know. I'm not in the NSA. I'm not in those the 3-letter alphabet boys. I'm not in that gang, so I don't know what to look for. And the minute I do something wrong, oh, you working for the Chinese? Bro, I ain't never been. I've been to a Chinese restaurant. That's about it. I mean, and sometimes if their menu is not in English, I don't even know what they're saying. So, you know, if you want to hook me up and tell me, hey, I'm working for the Chinese, yeah, come get me, because I don't know what's going on right now.
So there's that guy. He's like super huge on. I think he's on Instagram and Facebook. I've seen him. I'm gonna be honest. I've just recently started diving into TikTok, so I don't know if he's there or not, but I'm pretty sure he is. But this guy is he's American. He's a white American guy, and he like travels abroad, and he'll go to like a restaurant there and act like all dumb and whatever and stuff, and then next thing you know, he starts spitting Mandarin and stuff.
Yes, I see that guy.
Yeah.
Hilarious, dude.
Hilarious. But I wonder, like, if he is like, on TikTok or anybody else who's like, a real, influencer, like, how is this going to affect you? How is, losing it? Because it's a big arm. It's a limb. It really is a limb when it comes to like, the branches of your business. When you have a platform that reaches 150 million only US, that's huge. That's flipping huge.
Yeah. And I mean, like you mentioned influencer, it's like, okay, so what happens if you build it up to like, let's say 1 million followers or subscribers or whatever you want to call them, and then it gets shut down, like, and then your income stops
immediately.
And like, you're like, and then next thing you know, and I'm obviously I don't wish this on anybody, but like, what happens if like X, Y, and Z happen, all negative events, and you're out of luck? And I mean, that's why social media can make you rich. It can, by using it properly. But at the same time, you don't know when one of these things is gonna fall out of place, and then you lose everything. So the whole phrase "don't put your eggs, but don't put all your eggs in one basket" is
Yeah.
the truth. Because, and I think that's why people need to build on Facebook and like on all platforms, some sort of a grand following on each of them, just in case one of them falls out of suit for whatever, like TikTok, for example, potentially. And so I would just ask people out there that are watching this or catch the replay of this, it's like, what is your backup plan or backup plans? Do you have something in place? Have you been working on something behind the scenes that you're looking to unveil? Because, I mean, guys, whether it happens or it doesn't happen, you have to have backup plans in life. I mean, all the way to freaking Z. It's people are like, well, oh, I'm good until you're not, because, I mean, you can be riding the confidence train, the arrogance train, the humble train, and then shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be here saying, we told you so, but we're like, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you plan? And I mean, you really can see someone at their worst when everything hits the fan, so.
Speaking about that, like one of the reasons that I didn't like personally, right? So being on in the opposite end of the spectrum is, I was afraid to start. Like I was so scared to start, especially with my phobia of other people learning about what I was doing. And I'm like thinking, okay, maybe I can just like keep it simple and just stream to one place and let's see how it goes. And
Yeah.
man, because like you get all the material to learn and to practice, and then like you have to multiply that by like however many social media platforms you're going to be on, and it becomes extremely overwhelming, and it becomes overwhelming fast. I know that there's a bunch of programs out there now. Artificial intelligence has really like taken its its course in providing an outlet for content creators and digital marketers and everybody, to make life easier, to post in freaking 15 platforms at one time and send out emails to 1,000 different people at 4 o'clock on a Tuesday. Like it's it's what it's what. And then like you got the lowly guy that was me. It was just like, okay, yeah, I put all my eggs in one basket. And I'm glad right now that I'm not with 100 million followers on TikTok, because
You're
this
not
is
so
like
dependent on
this
it,
is
yeah.
this is writing on the wire right now. And you know what? Talking about that, this has got me spooked, because you said we're not streaming on Facebook, right? And I'm looking at the live dashboard. It shows that we're live, right? And then I'm thinking, man, what if because of my description title, we're not getting out there?
You know, hey, you know what? I'm not sure.
I even made sure I was on
Man,
the right profile and everything. I'm like looking, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. I got my counter
I mean,
going,
because
like
all right, let's just face the music, because it's going to be one of these big wigs that takes over and buys it. Either it's going to be Elon Musk, or is Mark Zuckerberg going to step up, or I don't think Jeff Bezos has anything to do with it. One of the richest, powerful people in the world, but I don't think he does social media. But so I would put it in those two. But we can't just be talking about, okay, TikTok is going to be banned, and then Mark Zuckerberg is over here, hey, I'm about to buy it. I just ain't told y'all yet. But until then, we're going to, censor you because you put that in your title, and we don't want people to talk about that over here. I mean, he already owns the market as far as social media platforms, and that's one of the biggest things he came his claim to fame is. He started with Facebook, and then what, Instagram was the thing. So he was like, yeah, well, it's big competition. Let me go buy
yep,
that.
yep,
And then what happened?
Monopolized.
WhatsApp took off, and then he was like, you know what? Hey man, y'all interfering. Let me buy that too. You know.
yeah,
So
yep.
what are the odds? Let's just say, I don't know this to be truthful at all, but what are the odds to say that he won't go over there and buy TikTok, and he was just strictly corner the market? And I don't think the government, the NSA, the DEA. The DEA ain't got nothing to do with that, but
Well, you never know. You never know.
ATF, everybody would be after him. They couldn't do nothing with him because he probably would be the most powerful person in the world besides, Bill Gates and the other echelons that you can't touch. Because Elon Musk, hey, you can't really do nothing with him either.
It might be a freaking wild card, man, that we don't even know of. It's like, oh, some rando person X bought it. Oh, who the heck is this guy or girl?
Yeah,
I don't know. So
yeah,
I mean,
they're gonna come out the woodworks. I just want to see what happens.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the companies that are under the Meta umbrella, and it's like you're right, bro. Instagram, WhatsApp, Threads, Facebook,
yeah,
Instagram,
yeah.
bro.
But he was
Beluga.
smart. He was smart with one thing. He said, "Okay, there's a threat of competition over there. Let me just buy you out." You know what I'm saying? So now it's no threat. It's no potential threat. Now he owns all that stuff, and now he can just say, "Well, you know what? It's no big deal because if anything, if you have 1 billion users on your network, just say, okay, we switching management. Everybody give me $1. He just made his money back, so it's no big deal.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but I thought oh, go ahead.
If they ban TikTok, are we bringing back MySpace though? Let's be real here.
Hey, MySpace. Hey, I'm going with Tom because Tom was
Tom's the OG, man. Like, hey, people will be begging for my top 8 spaces right now. So,
you know what? I'm still mad at Tom. I sent Tom a message. He ain't never messaged me back. I'm still upset about that. Never got back to
me. Did he at least leave you on red?
On red, man. Just sit there, same old picture. I'm pissed.
That's crazy.
I bet you if you go back to MySpace, he's still there.
There's still millions of people using MySpace. I remember that, like
it still exists.
When I jumped back on there, yeah. I went back on there, it was like a music platform.
It's a music platform now.
Get there. Oh, it still is. Oh, okay.
I think they merged. I think they merged with Reverb or something like that. So it's just it's for artists now.
Wow, that's crazy. So man. It's a good thing that part of our backup, since we had TikTok block us. It looks like Facebook right now potentially blocking us. Spotify is going to be the only place for anybody to catch this episode of Capture Conversations. Nope.
Don't say nothing about Spotify. Don't say nothing about Spotify. We blocked there. We might as well just close shop. All we got is Riverside. We just going to
bro, stop name dropping, man.
Hey, man, everybody. If the name is in the title, man.
No, but seriously, guys. I mean, I think the best advice I could tell people about this, and just in general, is expect the unexpected. Always be flexible because you never know what things are going to go north or going to go south, and keep your head on a swivel. Be mindful and be intentional and plan out something. Because who would have thought this was coming? Honestly. Oh, I mean, I think people had ideas stirring up, but what it comes down to is, do you really, I mean, do you feel secure? Do you feel safe in what you're doing? Is it going to last you a long time? And I think a lot of people have that false sense of security because they think, oh, everything's fine and dandy. I have everything I need. And then their world collapses. So, I mean, ask yourself this, guys: are you really secure? Do you if something drastic were to happen today, God forbid, would you be okay for the next couple of months or until summertime, for example? Just really think that out and be honest with yourself. That would be my thing.
But I think it's going to be some good that comes out of this because it's going to force you to do one or two things. It's going to force you to either go to another platform or it's going to force you to tighten up those skills that you should have already been tightened on to begin with. Because no matter what platform it is, they can shut all these platforms down. But if you got those skills, you can start over again or you can start somewhere else anew. But not exactly from the beginning. But if you have no skills and you're relying on this, that, and the other to work, and they just shut all that down, what do you have to rely on? What do you have left? And that's what makes people go to the next level and say, okay, I can't do this anymore. I had a lot riding on this. It's almost like you stealing somebody's way of living, because there's some people that's actually making bank off of TikTok in the States.
Mhm.
And I see them, they do their lives. And just like, for instance, when we was doing lives last night, I only been on it for 30 minutes. And I was just
Only 30 minutes.
I was only talking random stuff. And I wasn't expecting to get anything, but I got 10 cents. But now just think about the potential of somebody having 1 million followers, and they have a product that they have in their storefront or in their bio or whatever, and they're making a 6-figure living off of TikTok. And that's happening. Now, if you take all that away, I mean, not saying they should have just invested their money in something else, but what if they didn't? But if you take all that away, they don't know how to handle that. And it's almost like,
Yeah.
okay, well, they take my money. I guess I ain't got nothing left. And then, well, I can't even say the word here because, that goes against community standards, even though, but
Well,
y'all know
yeah,
what
I
I'm
mean,
getting
like,
at.
yeah, but I mean, like, I think new platform, who dis? But like, it's really
Exactly.
it's a joke. I know. Sorry, guys. I'll be here all night. Really. But anyway, because I mean, like, just think about what you're missing in TikTok as well. Just like the platform in general, but like you can do like battles and stuff, and that's how you make your money. And like, there was
Yeah.
something I stumbled upon, like this guy, his name is Sammy on TikTok. He runs like a matchmaking stream on his
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So
I seen
I
that.
mean, and like he does like I wouldn't call him contest, but it's like he I don't know what the heck
Like
it's like a
speed dating or something like that.
it's speed dating, but like he does like every couple hours he does like things like, hey, I need 10 galaxies, I need 10 lions, or whatever the heck that gift thing is, and he gets money from that. I think it's his full-time gig.
Yeah.
Or I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe it's like I don't know, but like it's just like people work normal jobs and they have this on the side. It's like their release. This is like their
Yeah.
escape from reality. And like taking that away would just, I think would really cause a lot of mental stuff. I mean, I don't know. That could just be me, but like talk about mental drainage,
What
and
was
people
that?
like, so.
You remember that? Did you see that movie, Ready Player One?
I didn't
I
see
wanted to
it.
get
But
into
I've
that.
heard about
I
it.
didn't get into it.
You guys are sleeping so hard, so hard. Look, I don't get very, very emotional about like certain movies and stuff, but this one, dude. So it's all about virtual reality, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're in the same shit, right? They're out there in virtual land, and this guy is there. He's playing the damn game at work, and he dies. He loses all of his coins and everything. He dies. He tries to run out of. He jumps on a freaking conference desk and starts running towards the window to jump out of the side of the building.
Are you serious, man? I'm not.
Yes, yes, it is hilarious. It is hilarious. Hey, Ready Player
Oh,
Two. I'm not, promoting anything here, but Ready Player Two should be coming out in theaters soon. You guys got to watch that. It is an amazing
but
movie.
that's the
Amazing movie.
way these things are going now, because it's going into virtual reality and augmentation and stuff like that. I've seen people walk around here with goggles on their head. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? I mean, can you even see with that? I mean, it's just look like big bug out glasses, and I mean, but y'all know the VRs that they walk
Yeah,
around with now, and I'm like,
yeah.
bro, this is. And then next thing you know, I'll be like, oh, that's cool. Let me get a pair. But but that's the way it's going to now. So I mean, I just I don't know
Yeah.
which way to turn, because AI is taking over and it's here, and whether it's TikTok or not, something is gonna give. You can even buy virtual land. I was like, why would I buy virtual land? I can't live
I
there.
saw a commercial for that. I was like, what the heck is going on, man, with this? And
Yeah,
I think what people are scared about the most is they actually have to get out of their house and talk to people. I think that's the scariest thing, because they're so used to talking about live and everything like that and
yeah,
messages. They're like, oh my gosh, I mean, I'm losing my money, but I have to go out of my apartment, out of my house, and actually talk to somebody. Oh my gosh. And
That's
so,
not finna happen.
Bro,
yeah.
speaking about that land thing, there's this company that it's completely made up. It's not legit at all, but they will sell you a title deed to a 1 by 1 square foot piece of land in Scotland for like $40. It comes all cute and stuff and whatever, but it's not real. Like you don't really own land, but people buy it
Bro,
and they know
nothing.
they know it's not real.
That's hilarious.
I mean, I don't get it. To I guess I don't have to get it because stuff is just going to move on whether we get it or not.
Yeah.
You're going to get it early or you're going to get it late. I mean, and the way these things are going, they pulling things off the market. They putting things on the market. I don't even know what half the stuff is anymore. But it is what it is. I mean, and if you don't safeguard yourself or safeguard your business or safeguard whatever it is you do, either you're going to get run over or ran out of business. I just don't know how else to say it. I mean, everything looks good for a little while. Just like, okay, I'm gonna put this out there. I'm gonna just go ahead on and say it. Bitcoin is gonna crash. That's because I
Yep.
you know
Yep.
what? I'm pushing the envelope here because I know it's over 100 grand right now. But everybody's thinking, okay, well, let's keep going up and up and up, and then it's decentralized. I still don't know what that word means. I don't care what it means. I just know I'm not going to get caught up in it because I've seen people make millions of dollars on Bitcoin, and then when it dropped, they lose everything, and then they out there jumping out windows and stuff. I don't want to be one of those people. But I know cryptocurrency, if I can find a way, I know you can change it to dollars in some kind of way. But my heart is just not in it. You know what I mean? But it's going to start with TikTok, and it's going to be a whole fallout with a whole bunch of different other things. And if it happens, it's going to be sad to see. It's just like cutting off the Wi-Fi, and you can't
Cutting
connect
off the
anymore.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you cut. I tell you what. Right now. You think I'm lying? If the world shut down right now, and this side, the NSA side decides, okay, well that satellite, I'm gonna need you to push the mute button. All the internet go down. We talked about this before. It's going to be martial law implemented because if you ain't got no Wi-Fi, I can't order no food. I can't get no movies. I can't listen to no music. I can't get on Facebook. I can't get on Threads, which is OnlyFans right now. I'm mad at that. It's a lot of things going to happen, but that's the real zombie apocalypse because everybody. I tell you what, think I'm lying? Go outside in the middle of the day, and I guarantee you, 1 out of every 2 people. I ain't never seen people cross the street looking at a phone like this.
Yeah. No.
1 out of every 1.
There you go.
At parties, it's just like that. There's
Yeah,
a party happening,
yeah.
music
People
playing,
don't
and
even
everybody
party.
in the corner watching their phones.
Yeah. It's like when they're at a social gathering, it's like, dude, why you talking to me? Text me that shit, kind of thing. So,
Bruh.
Dude, call me, bro. Like, weirdo.
People don't even use phones to call people anymore. You better text me first.
Yeah. Call me. It's like, are you dying? Text me that shit. And so, but in all seriousness, guys, I mean, like this, I want to leave you with this on this episode. I'm going to reiterate this point. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, but also at the same time, don't overreact because you had to see something like this coming, whether it affects you a lot or just a little bit. But life is going to throw curveballs at you, regardless if you're prepared or unprepared. So just be flexible, be humble, be confident in your own abilities because you got to this far because of yourself. You can do it again if you get knocked down. It's a matter if you want to
Yeah.
get back up and get to that same point. So I'm going to leave you with that message on this topic, guys.
For sure.
Well,
What you got,
I
Lamont?
mean, I would say, just to follow up on what Carson said, I mean, because you got to, if you're in any kind of business and if you have any social media following, you have to button up on those skills. I mean, now is the time to really learn. I mean, even though you got like 4 days, and it probably, you know, I I don't even want to push that envelope, but brush up on your skills because you everybody gets the same 24 hours in a day. Whether you use the same 24 hours in a day to do different things, that's on you. But I would take a couple hours out of my day, whether you have free time or you have to garner some free time to button up those skills. Whether it's email marketing and the way things looking like right now, you can't trust these social media platforms like that because I don't know if y'all remember when Facebook and Instagram went down, everybody was having a hissy fit that time.
Yeah.
And when people was like, "Hey, you got," I ain't never had so many people actually text me and reach out to me and be like, "Hey, is your Facebook down? Is your Instagram down?" I was like, "Bro, you don't call me
Whoa.
to see if I'm okay, but you call me
Yeah,
to see
yeah,
if my Facebook's
exactly.
working."
Dude,
Hey,
yes.
is your tech working? Is your tech working? All right, that's all that matters. That's all that matters.
How you doing?
Well, I
Oh,
mean, they
bye.
can,
See ya.
yeah,
But
but I mean, it's just like sometimes I mean, we see it, we know it. Social media has ripped the social fabric out of everybody because without it, it seemed like this generation, the last generation, was caught up in that apocalypse of social media, and then they can't do without it, and they would rather hurt somebody if they can't get access to it. You know what I mean? And that's the
Yeah,
sad part. You know. But my thing is, if you have a business, button it up the best way you can. Learn those skills. Make sure if anything goes down, you got to have a plan B. And if you don't have a plan B, now it's time for you to look for one.
I want to have one more thing. Sorry, Bob. Um, remember, guys, if and when, or if it doesn't get shut down, the platform doesn't change. You are still the same person. So people know you. Stay true to yourself because just because social media goes down doesn't mean you change at all. You
Right, right,
keep being
right.
you because I mean the people that know, like, and trust you are going to know, like, and trust you on a different platform. As long as you keep true to yourself, that is the biggest and most fundamental advice I can give you. Stay true to yourself, no matter the platform that you are on currently or that you will be going on.
Except Threads, because it's
Yeah,
a
don't go on Threads, guys. Threads is a whole different mess that we don't want to get into. So
it, Threads is a gateway drug to OnlyFans.
yeah, it's the truth.
Yo, man, you guys are too much. You guys are way too much.
Hey man, I'm
Um,
only 54. I'm single. Maybe you don't like a mom or dad. Well, I don't see dads on there, but I'm about to be
stop
out
doing
there.
that.
If they take TikTok away,
I'm gonna show your football team what you just did with your hands all flaring out like that.
I'm in Germany. They it's okay. It's the Rainbow
It's
Corp.
all right.
You know what? I'm not even gonna go there, man. They'll
Let's not
shut me
talk
down
about
over
that.
here.
Let's not talk about that. All right, everybody from Caps and Conversations. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Wait,
We
wait, wait, wait,
will
wait,
see
wait,
you
wait, wait, wait,
guys.
wait, 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 wait. Don't go yet. We got
Okay.
two people in the audience. If y'all got any questions, feel free to ask. I mean, don't just sit there and let us do all the talking. We want to know what y'all think too. I mean, put your comments in the chat. It's okay. It's okay to ask because I know y'all want to ask some questions too. But if you don't want to ask any questions, are you scared of TikTok?
I'm about to go live on TikTok after our meeting here.
You know what? I already been live. I've been live the whole time. Nah,
Yeah.
just playing, man. Ain't
So from Caps and Conversations, thanks very much for tuning in. You can catch us on Saturday at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, where we will have a special guest who is going to teach us all about, you fill in the blank. we'll see if you're gonna stay in touch and we'll be all mysterious about it, like the mystery man down there.
Like the mystery man.
Take care, everybody. Have a
Hi
good
guys,
night.
see ya.
Peace out,
We'll
y'all.
see you on Saturday.
Well, yeah.